We count down.
Why they get offended so easy? Throw a pair. Just take it and move on. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you could make it. Vicky, good to see you. Do you have PJ Cruikshank?
Oh, good. That's still fine. Jesus still loves it.
Hey, man. Michael Con, what's up, Peter Tavian? How you guys doing? And we are live, I think. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you all. Tonight's going to be a very triggersome stream for some people. We've already been having some triggered numpties like Sean Hawkins coming in.
You know, Flatzoid, both you and Dave are just...
Get out of my pocket!
You are too much of a coward.
And Craig, if you beat the Fallacy King.
You stupid woman.
That's gonna be an interesting one tonight. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. We do have PJ, Vicky, Ryan, why am I forgetting your name? Dave, and other Ryan. How's it going?
Oh, good. Oh, good. No, we did have Vicky. Vicky left.
Don't worry, Flats was just having a stroke in the middle of talking. He's all right.
Yeah.
He's all right.
It's because I'm trying to get while we do the intro, I'm trying to get TikTok up and running as well. So it like takes my brain away. Already at 90 likes, and I just went live now. So really appreciate it. Good to see everyone on TikTok. Good to see everybody on YouTube. Yeah. Really do appreciate you all. The thing is, guys, on TikTok, I really need the followers. I need 1,000 followers so I can keep my
Hi, cutie.
my stream going. Got about 248, so I need them badly. Please do share and let everybody know just to follow me, please. And then everybody in YouTube land, you rock. And Roger, that's not Ron, Roger. Sorry, Ron.
That's all right.
Roger sent me a super chat already before the show even started, so I really appreciate the $2 super chat, man. What did it say again?
Something about a Dell hole, I think. We're heading for one now.
We're heading for a Dell hole.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anyway, if you guys missed my latest video today, where have you been? Go and watch it.
Good video.
I think it'll be a good thing to watch. People were really triggered by this as well. Dell went live today about our other stream we did explaining relative density disequilibrium. So a few of us were on Dell's stream today in the comment section, and they did the usual thing. Just insult us the whole time. Tell us we're morons, idiots, retarded. You know, the normal thing. Says we can't explain. We just, you think energy is a thing, kind of thing, you know. We weren't rude to them at all. So I decided, you know what? Let's keep up with that. Let's not be rude to these morons. We'll just call them out for the morons they are and show them that they're wrong. If they don't want to accept it, then it's their problem.
This is what I've been trying to tell these people. It's like, okay, right now, I'm not moving. I'm sitting here inert. And the air around me is being forced away from my position. There's no movement, but there's a force involved. What exactly is that force? Okay. So
heat.
the medium is going to reject the object, or the object is going to reject the medium. That's boom.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just placing the gases around you right now, is what you're saying?
Absolutely. I'm forcing those displace what? From one place to another. Displace.
Yeah.
Movement.
That's right. Yeah. When you move into the room, you displace gas.
Yeah, from
Exactly.
this place to that.
At first, I was like, "Where are you going with this?"
But
Again,
but it's going to be interesting to see what Dell says and what his rebuttal is to the whole thing, because I've realized the whole Dell club, what they love doing is play victim, and then they just insult us, and then because they have a misunderstanding on physics, they project it onto us.
Yep.
So I did say to Dell and everybody, if they want to, they come and talk to us. It's fine. We won't be rude to them like they're rude with us. Come in. We don't agree with them, and there's reasons why we don't agree with them. But we're not going to insult them like they're insulting us. But we will state fact. They are idiots. That's about all I need to say.
Absolutely. Well said.
But look at his statement, mudding the waters. How can you communicate with us? Can anybody tell me how we mudding the waters?
by pointing out facts. I don't know.
I think it actually clearing water up.
Yeah.
Without all this convoluted bullshit that you have to believe in. You know, and it's gravity's not a scientific law. It's not even a theory. It's a fucking excuse.
Exactly.
That's all.
Hey, Angels just popped in on TikTok. Thank you very much for coming on. Yeah. Good to see you, Angels. Really appreciate you, man. Appreciate finding truth as well. Vicky's also in there, and Truth Tokyo as well. What's up? Good to see you all.
Is that the same? Is that the same angel that had a little argument with Bob? Ah, nice.
Yeah,
oh, thanks, Bob.
out.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, cool.
Thanks, Angel, for thanks, Bob.
That's good to see. Okay, are you guys? Yeah, are you guys ready to listen what Dal has to say?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I hope it's loud enough.
Who've we got? Nasty Fripples, Chloe,
He does always start
Craig, Sir Turdalotter,
very
Bristolian, Malcolm, Beyond Belief.
beyond
Cheers,
belief.
mate, same to yourself.
He's going slow.
Eric Cartel, Bristolian, Old
Yeah,
Duke,
Finding Truth. I'll definitely go
Craig
check it out.
Andrew.
Thank you very, very much.
You got a notification, woohoo!
I want to get where he actually starts talking.
Ali still misrepresenting. Well, listen. You know, I toy with myself about whether I should even address these people anymore.
Wow.
Continuing muddying the waters.
Oh,
and again,
we're in
I
the
do
waters.
for my own entertainment, but most importantly,
My name
I
is
still
Mud.
have hope that these people can realise and correct themselves and better themselves and move on. It's the compassionate part in me that still hopes that people can display honesty. Right? I'm going to get through
Wow,
it.
the projection.
Wow. Yeah.
He says something about
Wow.
honesty. I'm waiting for it. Yeah.
The compassionate part. It's the compassionate part says, hey, you bunch of retard bastard, I'm going to go using all that. Yeah, I don't think that's compassionate though.
Wow.
I wonder if they're
I call
watching
them out
right
for being
now.
aggressive.
No, they're probably going to watch.
Okay.
But the reason I'm saying it's compassion, they're the ones that are insulting everybody that disagrees with them. They're the ones that are going crazy over everybody, not really wanting to have a discussion, getting triggered, and mudding the waters, you could say. I mean, we were shown testament to this day today when we went on his stream in the comments. Not one of us, which I'm really proud of all you guys, we weren't rude to them at all.
Mhm.
But all we got the
Very
whole
polite, I
time
thought.
was rudeness back, insults back.
Of course.
They attacked us like we're literally rubbish, and we did nothing back in return. We just showed compassion and love and said, oh, good for you guys. We hope you come right. And that's about it. So I don't know what this guy's coming with, and we the ones that are mudding the waters there.
I don't see it.
A flatzoid thing.
That's my name.
Right. It's quite shocking. There's two now. There's a live from last night, which
A lie?
because I was watching the
Live.
Live,
Live.
yeah.
Again, that just reminds
I want to say a lie. It's very soft on my end. Can you guys hear it okay?
It is soft.
Kinda.
It's
Because I
soft,
got
but
him full
the way he talks, it's hard to understand the meaning.
But he
get
does
it.
put his mic soft. He doesn't really put it very loud though.
I'm used
I
to
wouldn't
it.
either if I was saying that dumb shit. A lot of it sounded like, "Get out of my donkey."
The first time I heard his upward rising argument, I was in the chat with Divergent Droid. We were having a conversation, and I was like, the tensile strength of my pocket is holding my keys in it right now, and the ground is trying to get to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not. And he's like, that's funny. Yeah. And so the ground's trying to get to everything. It just.
But the
Everything
thing that
wants
I
to be
don't,
equal.
yeah,
Everything wants to be equal. Just remember that in everything in the world, everything wants to be equal. Even the Hermetic principles show this. Okay. The problem is it can never attain equality. And so it's constantly a fluxing state of disequilibrium here, there, everywhere. It's this dynamic system that we live in, man.
Yeah. But you see, the thing which I don't get though is they fight for an accelerating up Earth, and as soon as you say, "Well, that's what you're fighting for," they say, "No, it's a straw man." So they don't even know themselves what they're fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really odd. No one can really pinpoint what they want. You either want accelerating Earth or you don't, but they fight for it and say they don't. It's literally contradictions.
They just want a replacement for gravity, right? That's all they're looking for, from what I can tell.
Yep.
It's not.
Well,
It's not a good. It's not a good replacement. It
Well, they
doesn't.
actually-
It doesn't have to be replaced. That's the whole thing. This is the trap. This, there's nothing there. So what are we replacing? We don't have to replace.
No.
See, that's what I say. It's the duct tape. It's the excuse that holds their whole stupid, impossible thing together. Because belief in that allows physical impossibilities like water adhering to the outsides of objects and presumably gases not behaving like gases anymore. I mean, this is you have to believe in this. It's just a belief.
Yeah.
I think Mojo came, he came up to me. He says, "Man, you listen to some of these idiots, and when they're talking, have a split piece of paper with it drawn in two, with a header at the top, fact and belief. Have two columns, fact and belief. And every time something comes through as a fact, check it off as a fact. If it comes through as a belief, go over into the belief column, and you'll see that it's just a series of beliefs based on very, very flimsy fact.
Exactly.
One little fact and all this conjecture."
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I think it's going to confuse the hell out of people personally. And when they hear him talking in this arena, they're going to like, what are they talking about? And they're going to dig deeper and deeper. And it seems like if you don't agree with it, automatically Dell and his crew are going to ridicule the crap out of you until you do.
Yep.
So I don't know. Do they believe in a type of space, like Halo said? Do they believe in other planets, like NASA say, or are they just illuminations in the sky to them, or what? I haven't got a clue because this is silly.
I don't know, because the last time I checked, Dell and them fight against space is fake, okay?
Right.
But their own model they're pushing now, this accelerator, requires space. So I don't understand where they're coming from. It's like I said, it's just contradiction after contradiction. They don't see the contradictions in everything they're saying. Well, they do, they just ignore it.
And I've saved it a bit. These people seem to think that there's people in their comment section who are me. Now, I'm telling you, I can guarantee you, last night from 7 o'clock, I was away watching the boxing. No interested in YouTube, no interest whatsoever. But these people like to sling shit. Same this morning, another group of absolute derps. I had been contacted, or I seen Natch, the guy that I'd done an interview with, had been hacked. And I think it's been going on for some time. Now this other group of derps, start slinging shit that it's me or something to do with me that's hacking his account.
What? Is he insinuating me saying he hacks accounts?
He's saying some set of dabs. I don't know if it's us.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's in context with Flatsoid and all of us.
Yeah.
I just now got what a derp is. Derp is a downward rising Earth. A derp.
But you understand, if it's in context with us, that's an outright lie. We've never ever said he was a hacker.
I don't remember doing it, but
I spoke
I
on
might.
that. I spoke on that and said I was hacked earlier this year. Remember?
Yeah.
But I didn't say it was Dell. Never once said that.
You
What
definitely
the hell
were.
nonsense is that?
But
You
he
just-
just
Come to
did.
think of it, I blamed it
But
on
hold
McToon,
on.
but that was just
Hold
my
on.
opinion.
You never said it was him, but he just did, didn't he?
I never even spoke about exactly, and I never spoke about him.
He
Yeah.
jumped to conclusions faster, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm
You're
saying,
accusing
man.
me.
I'm telling you right now, if the right people had gotten a hold of me, I could be a fucking master detective. This is no shit. I can figure out people right there. He just gave himself up. He just gave himself up. Nobody accused him of hacking, yet he went to that.
And
And
that's
it's like,
usually
well,
a guilty conscience. That's usually based on guilty conscience then.
Mm.
That makes sense.
So yeah, Dal, no one's ever accused you of that, but it's really dodgy that you now playing innocent on a claim that no one's ever made.
yeah.
I mean, you most certainly were hacked. I mean, it
Yeah,
changed.
I said I was hacked. I just said
Yeah.
I said I don't know who it was.
That's
I mean,
right.
that's like you
You
walk
never
into a room and you just go, "What murder? I didn't kill anybody."
Yeah.
People
We
are
don't
like,
know about
"What?
any murder.
What the fuck are you talking about?" You know. Now we think you did. You know.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay, let's see what it says.
This, that, and the other. Listen, I have no interest in hacking people's accounts. I have no interest in making sock accounts. I don't even know where to begin making sock accounts. If anybody can show how I can show people that I don't have sock accounts, tell me.
You got a YouTube account. That's literally an account. A sock account is just an extra account, Dal.
Another account. Yeah, just
So
make
he's
one
lying,
phone.
actually saying he doesn't know how to make a sock account. How the hell did he create his YouTube account then?
No, that's it. It's the same way. Exactly the same way.
You just create another YouTube account. Hey, 4Jacks, thank you very much for gifting a membership. Really, really appreciate it. Woohoo! Angela Baby Carson received the membership. Really appreciate it, man. You rock.
Awesome, thanks.
Shout out to Angela as well. Really awesome stuff.
Alan says, I see an angry man on screen.
Hey, Alan.
I do.
Right? These people really are losing the plot. This thing that I'm going to go through is it's shocking. The level of incompetence, the level of dumb.
Okay. How does that follow? He talks about
Said he
someone
couldn't read the
claiming,
comments.
yeah, he claims
Losing the
now
plot.
someone said he's hacking. He says someone's, he doesn't have sock accounts, and now he says we're incompetent. How do those three things follow?
Yeah, you're losing
don't
the plot and incompetent. If you're losing the plot, you wouldn't be classed as incompetent.
I
You're
also
just
want
losing the plot.
to ask, I also want to ask something though. If he claims he didn't watch the stream and he was watching boxing or something, how the hell does he know about people saying about a sock account?
His cronies.
Yeah, it's trolls.
Don't you think
oh,
that's
Dell,
weird?
Dell.
But think about
That
it.
is weird.
I don't watch the person's content. I'm watching boxing, but let me comment on what they was talking about on stream.
So you think he might have been watching? Is what you're saying?
He wasn't watching the boxing.
He was either
Oh.
the sock account or he wasn't the sock account, and he did watch. So either way, he's lying somewhere.
Well, Jello.
I guess.
Dello, Dello.
So that's really weird.
He's
yeah,
really
sock
paying a
account.
lot of attention to you, Flatzoid. He just doesn't want to get you out of his sight for some reason.
Mm-hmm. So 4Jacks, you rock. Really appreciate it. I just find that really odd. But I mean, I would love Dal to actually get to a rebuttal of what we actually argue instead of just do what he's playing now, playing victim and insulting us.
When he thinks we're losing the plot, I think somebody who thinks that God is kicking the ass of the earth continuously forever upwards is losing the plot. You know, God's got
I
better
agree.
things to do than keep that in motion. You know what I mean?
I agree. Okay.
The level of intellectual dishonesty is is so cringy, right? But again, I don't want to just put people down. I'm not trying to put people down. I'm trying to help them to realise that they're wrong.
Huh.
Okay? And
That's all
By
he's done so
insult.
far. Yeah.
But all he's done the whole time is insult when everybody says hi. How much of us were in chat today and we just said hello, and him and his cronies just started insulting, not actually rebutting anything, not actually bringing up arguments, just literally outright being disgusting to us. How is that?
He has nothing.
And if anybody
Yeah.
doesn't believe us, go and look at his replay of his comments. It does show. You can see the outright disgusting behavior by him and his trolls. His troll, how can I put it, audience. Really disgusting. We didn't give one rude word, didn't once insult. He asked for a thing, so we gave an equation. He says he's insulting. We say, no, we didn't insult. Carries on. At the end of the day, we all just like, okay, bye-bye then, if you want to be like that. Goes against what he's saying now.
All the Dell jokes, delete his channel.
And you know what I found really weird? Remember the video I brought out today? That execrate dude, Andrew. He called us flatards. Doesn't that tell you maybe the guy's not an actual flat earther?
Yeah, why would he call us flatards if he's proclaiming flat earther himself? Some type of flat earther, anyway.
Exactly my point.
Well, maybe he's going down the same road Bev went down. I'm not a flat earther. Don't call me flat earther.
Too much mental gymnastics for me.
Mm-hmm.
know they're wrong is because I can get through things practical
Delayed, that's so funny.
the way. Okay? So, it's very difficult, nigh on impossible to keep an open line of communication with people when they are operating from bias.
Wow, more projection. What bias are we operating for?
Wow.
The guy doesn't literally want to talk to us.
You think you got downward bias?
I thought it was funny when somebody mentioned it was an electrical attraction and he dodged that big time. It was...
Yeah, I mean, all we're really seeing this last 4 minutes actually from him is projection and lies. The guy's literally just projecting everything onto us. That's practically all we see. But it would be nice if Dal can actually get into actually presenting a rebuttal for the argument we present. Hoping we get into that too. Should I maybe speed it up?
Sure.
Because he does talk kind of slow.
Why not?
So,
What's coming in with him tonight? Deliberate delusion.
It's a deluge of a delusion. Yeah.
Yeah, execrates is a real term.
Oh, he is.
It's downright embarrassing is the only real word I can come up with. And they should be embarrassed. They should be recoiling within themselves, retracting the nonsense.
I'm embarrassed.
Dust themselves down.
Why should we be embarrassed and retract what?
I feel shame.
I don't know, but
we literally keep with what physics says.
Yeah.
An unbalanced force causes acceleration. What is embarrassing about that?
And the Bible says it's stationary, and you say it's not. I think I believe God more. I know I believe God more. You know what I mean?
But not just that though. Do unbalanced forces exist? Yes.
Obviously, they do.
They're measurable. They are observable. Literally, me picking this phone up is causing unbalanced force. That chuff nugget sitting there doesn't understand what an unbalanced force is, wants to accept energy is a thing, and wants to tell us we're an embarrassment and doesn't understand physics. I'm sorry, but I do take that kind of personal because that guy saying that should be looking in the mirror. He doesn't know. I'm sorry, I got to be blunt. Dal doesn't understand physics.
Well, maybe you should get off topic. You should stop dealing with physics topics.
Because there's only two things about it, Dal. You're either dishonest and you do understand it, or you're a moron and you don't understand it. So choose.
on. Nothing's going to happen to you when you correct yourself and say you're wrong. There's not going to be any ongoing torture. It's not going to be painful other than your own pains of acceptance.
I agree.
And once that's over with, it becomes yesterday's news and everybody can move on.
I agree,
These people
Dal.
are hell-bent and digging their heels in when they're blatantly wrong. This is why I say there has to be a separation between me and these people, because they do not represent what I represent. They're not walking the same path that I am.
Ah, there we go. We have to have a separation. He says
We're not walking.
we want cohesion, but he's saying we need separation. There we go.
That's funny because you know what I was talking about in the chat? I said we need to stick together and do experiments together and find out what the truth is. And that was his response to that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, guys,
I know it's a little bit scandalous, ain't it?
and it's sad. I mean, Dal, people used to look up to Dal in the flat earth community. Now everybody looks at him like a joke because he is just trying to make flat earth look stupid. He is. And now he's
I think
trying
he's
to
trying to make
wedge
followers too.
separation. Yeah. He's creating his own cult.
What in the world is happening to people? So like this guy and Raichi and these other people where they just seemed, it's like somebody took them off somewhere and like, I don't know what they do, hold them for like 48 hours, keep them awake, load them up with sodium pentothal and shit, or what you know, it's like,
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah.
so weird how can you start going to the absurd? How can you, and like with Raichi, how, if you ever saw it, how can you unsee something?
I know.
Yeah, but the
That's
thing
how
that,
come you never saw it.
yeah, but the thing that I don't get with this was with even with Ranty and Raichi, when they became so-called Globers, everything they were fighting for as flat earthers, it's like it got wiped from their mind. It didn't exist anymore. They didn't know what it was. They act like they've never fought for it. They just didn't have an understanding of it all of a sudden. It's like you were speaking to total different people. It doesn't make sense.
Like they were hypnotized, right?
Yeah.
I think TV may have something to do with that.
I cannot be associated with it in any way, shape or form. I have to make clear lines in the sand. Right? So before I get started, no, it's nothing to do with me about people getting hacked. And also, there is no sock accounts of mine. I don't shy from anything. If I've got something to say, it'll be my main account and it'll be me directly. Right?
Oh,
That's
you'd
weird.
be
He
manning
kept
up.
repeating that, but no one in the
Wait,
chat
wait.
was saying anything about it.
Yeah, but not even that. He just lied again. He's a man. He'll face. Well, Natch asked myself and him. I've got the email if people want to see. If we'll go together and chat about it on Natch's channel. Dal refused. He refused, and that's why Natch at the end of the day said, "Fine, he'll interview himself and he'll interview me myself." When Dal was on his stream, all he did was try and insult me. When I was on the stream, I didn't insult Dal at all. All I said is I just say he's dishonest, and I left it at that. I went on with the rest of the stream like he wasn't really there. While he was in chat the whole time, and his cronies insulting the whole time.
Well, the point is he's got to be there to make his point so you can rebuttal his point, and the same with vice versa. Nobody's going to come to any conclusions on their own unless that happens.
Mm-hmm. Yes, buddy, I got Dal's video as great. How can I put it? The sound as high as I can on YouTube and on Restream. He's just very quiet from his side. I don't know if he does this on purpose though. And says, yeah, I don't understand what Dal is trying to accomplish. He's going to beat his dead horse until everyone agrees with him. Yeah, and no one's going to agree with him because it's an idiotic position to hold. It's an insane position to hold. He pushes flat earth society nonsense, which is globe-based.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as the globe,
It is as bad as the globe. It's exactly the same. He's a joke. He's embarrassing flat earth. And he thinks he's this high and mighty arbiter of truth while he's projecting dishonesty and insult on everyone and trying to wedge separation everybody.
And since becoming a flat earther, he hasn't always thought that. He hasn't always thought that.
Glenn got blocked.
He just one day upped and said, "Oh, I think Earth is accelerating."
Mm-hmm. It seemed to come all of a sudden. Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we ready? You strapped in? It's quite bad.
It's quite bad.
This little bit here, just so you can hear it.
Kept going and going and going. All he had to do was go in and talk.
Yeah, but I mean, that was the song because he asked the same question over and over.
Yeah.
He answered, he just literally hand waved dismissed what his answer. Like I've never answered and just asked it again. So that's trolling.
You know it was down.
Yeah.
See,
So
this is the kind of level, this is the caliber of these people. You know it was Dell. No, you fucking don't. This is Valium, whatever your name is. No, you don't.
Her name's Vicky Dell.
Vicky, not Valium. Wow. You might be on the diazepam,
Valium.
but she's
I was
not.
gonna say he's projecting.
Yeah. Oh well.
He might need some child.
This is really childish, actually, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's weird? Because he's got this on, okay? I see Oddity shows Chew with physics. That means he saw the new video I brought out today.
Some little scared infantile mind running about the interwebs, thinking that I'm some superior being because I've got a wrench. I'm going to give a fuck then, or to any people there. If I've got something to say, it'll be direct. Okay? So let's go back to the beginning of this gibberish. And I only have hope that these
Gibberish.
this sleeping warrior guy, I mean, I don't know what the fuck's going on here with this character either. The guy, you'll even see in the chat box, he's talking like, you know, I shall eat Flatzoid's underpants if that's not Dell and blah blah blah. I mean, I wasn't even here. I was watching the box and had no care about any of these people. But anyhow, that's just a sideshow.
And you knew exactly what timestamp to go to. You knew exactly what he's saying. And
He knows who Anthony is, doesn't he?
yeah, he knows who Stephen Moore is, obviously. But you see, the weird thing is he was watching boxing, but he knows timestamps of what was said about him
Ain't that
from
something?
a show he never watched.
Yeah. All right.
And trying to defend himself. Tells you weird. Weird stuff, because last time I checked, if I don't watch something, I'm not going to know what the hell was spoken on that video or stream because I didn't watch it.
Well, I obviously watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Liar, liar.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Exactly. Spuddy says, Flats and panel, you rock. No, you rock, Spuddy. Really good to see you, man.
Thanks,
for
buddy.
coming. But I do really have to say, Dal, you're going down a path of destruction, man. You're just literally trying to push everybody aside. And it's him. He's projecting, because why can't he just accept he's moving causes moving is idiotic and doesn't fit with anything? I mean, what the hell? I don't know. I don't know how to break it to him, but he's a moron.
Well,
And that's a fact. It's not an insult. It's just unfortunate fact.
I've never seen anything move just because it was moving either.
Exactly. You require a force to get it moving, and that's what an unbalanced force does. Because an unbalanced force is having a force that's greater than the resistant force. Inertia. He's literally trying to say Newton's laws of motion is wrong, guys.
These characters.
And by the way, that's where Rachel also started, when she started saying Newton's laws of motion were wrong. She was on Dell's, hanging around with Dell a lot.
Yeah, I remember, and he said to you about Rachel, she's doing her research, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Dell was a big influence with Rachel. That's where it all got started. I'm absolutely sure of it.
Really? That's weird.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
You're going to have to be patient. I don't have any timestamps. I'm not going to play through the whole thing. I'm going to get, I think we only need the first half an hour. All right? I should really, spend time snipping the bits out, but I really don't have the attention span for it. I can't be bothered, been through that whole effort for these people, so I
Snap
can
on the what?
only apologise that you have to suffer the bits in between here.
I can barely hear him.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Because he hasn't got the
It's
attention
like he's
span.
getting softer. I don't know.
Is
Is
it-
it getting softer or something?
A little bit.
Yeah.
He says he hasn't got the attention span to snip out all the little bits. That's what he said.
Oh, snip out. Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm really struggling to hear him. It's like he's really getting soft or something. You know what, guys? I think I might download it. How's that sound? Let's download it and I can maybe make it.
Louder.
Yeah, because this is.
Possible.
Sorry about that. Let me just quickly see if I can do that because this is like
Hard to
insane.
listen
I
to.
just want to hear what the guy says. There we go. Downloading it quickly. While it's downloading, what do you guys have to say?
I say he's jealous, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. And he wants everybody over on his side, including you. If he could get even Nathan's crew over on the Upward Rising Earth thing, he'd do it. That's what he's wanting to do.
Wow.
No,
Make
I
a
think
big
he just
flag.
I think he wants to sow division. I don't think he wants any of us there, because
He
when
doesn't?
someone does try and talk with him, he goes out of his way to insult us.
Mm-hmm.
I've only been in one chat with him. So.
all it
it's
takes.
And I
halfway
used to
down
watch
the-
his videos when he first started, man. They were fun to watch. He would just
Me
go up to
too.
the
I
man
thought
on
he
the
was kind of
street.
cool until he started saying crazy stuff.
Yeah, he'd go to the man on the street and go, they're lying to you about the earth you're on.
I mean, I used to enjoy what he did,
Mhm.
but he just one day just became whatever the hell he's doing now.
Yeah, it's like that's what I'm saying. It's like, did somebody whisk him off to some little non-disclosed location and fuck with him, and then bring him
The
back? and
Troll
say, "Here,
Training
go."
Center.
The aliens
Yeah.
probe his brains, guys.
Oh,
The troll bus going to the train.
It's almost finished downloading.
don't probe me, bro.
Okay. Where are we? We're about 8 minutes, 9 minutes about. Okay. And there we go. Okay. Let me just quickly put it into DaVinci Resolve and we can get the sound up big. Because I can't take it when he talks so soft. It's like,
Oh, Flats, that
When
TV edit, that old box TV edit you've got on that you used in your video.
like
kit.
it.
Yeah, I do. Is that on Canva?
No, it's
No, it's not on Canva.
I've found a stock photo of that and then I edited a bit and stuff. make it that way.
cool. Oh, cool. Nice.
You did things the hard way, huh? I've got a video maker that has an old TV set like that in it already. So,
Oh,
Ah,
yeah. There's a couple of video gurus and stuff you can download online, and you can make your own little videos. And they have like an old TV box that you can do a flat screen box. You can do a picture within a picture. Yeah.
I've got Video Guru on my phone. I haven't got it on the computer though.
okay. Let me just quickly stick it in DaVinci Resolve. And get in there. Okay. It's a big file, so it takes a while. There we go.
Do-dee-do-do-do-do.
Okay, there's audio. Let's even.
Oh, did
Ooh,
anybody
that's
go
much
into the
better.
chat while they were at Dell's? Whoa. Did anybody go in the chat and call him Jimmy right quick while they were there? Hey, Jimmy.
No, I didn't.
Damn it. It pisses him off.
Well, dude,
I
up
heard-
in Scotland, well, in
Why?
Glasgow, if they don't know your name, that's what they'll call you and say. If they don't know your name in Glasgow, they'll go up and say, "All right, Jim." They'll say, "Are you
Yeah.
Jim?" They do in
Hey.
Glasgow. They'll call you Jim. That's their name.
I heard him and Nathan did a back
Okay,
and
guys,
forth.
it
and
should sound much better.
I right, go ahead.
That's
Mhm.
much.
All right.
I
Clear.
gotta get to 9. It might be too loud.
Almost. Do it again.
But that just reminds me, and I've saved those people in
2.5 minutes. We said it was right.
again. Honest, I don't.
4, 5. You see what we have to do, Dal, just so we can hear you. Okay, well, okay. The sound better, guys?
I should really
Somewhat.
spend time snipping them out. Don't have the attention span for it.
Oh, there we go. Attention span. Okay. So you guys say it sounds fine now? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
It's
Yeah.
it's as good as it was, if not a little better. Yeah.
Really? It's much louder for me. I like got it
Well,
crazy
I'm going to say bye to you all. I got to go to work.
for me.
All right,
Oh,
Roger.
shut
Later, man.
Thanks for coming, man. Appreciate you coming.
Enjoy,
Thank you for your
Dale. I'll be
super chat,
listening. No problem.
man. Blessings.
No problem.
Cheers, man.
Blessings. Later.
Cheers. Okay, then I'm gonna put louder again, even more louder than for you guys. I'll put it to full blast. I'll just put it softer by my end. Yeah, there. Okay.
Bothered, through that whole effort for these people. So I can only apologise that you have to suffer the bits in between here. Right?
Good to see you guys. Good to see everyone in the YouTube fans. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate you all. Please just hit the like and share the show if you haven't already. It does help to get.
Just pay attention as well, right? RTD is really easy to understand. Just remember to use the word relative as it relates to the medium the matter is surrounded by. Right? We've spoken about this so many times, and guys like this avoid the fact that if relative density disequilibrium was true, there'd be no issue with it in free fall. Air bubbles should still rise through.
How many times must I explain this to this moron? How many times? Dave, PJ, Ryan, how many times have we explained to him what happens in free fall?
142 maybe. The numbers uncountable.
I mean, at least six I can recollect, maybe 5. I mean, how many times do you have to be told it? That's what I'm curious. And this is another thing too. Why do people have to be told shit? Why are they unable to figure things out? I don't understand that.
Good question.
And then to just go with what they're told, whether they understand it, that's a whole nother story. They think that.
You know what? I'm actually gonna play a piece of my video from today because I explained it very short and concise for that. And he watched that video, which you saw. He's got the tab open there, so he watched it. But he seems to ignore what we said again. The guy literally just ignores what we say. We actually give him a reason why we see what we do. Let me get to where I do say it. It's going to be around here. Okay. Let me just share the screen. Stop share. Let's share with. Man, oh man.
Yay.
Okay. Now I'm going to say it again, Dal. You've watched this. Okay, so don't say we're not giving you an answer for it. This is the answer. Okay? Pay attention, Dal. Okay, I'm going to try and explain this in another way again. If you have a force, you have what we call inertial forces. So you have a resistance. If you have a balanced force, that resistant force is exactly the same amount of force than what you are pushing or pulling. If you have a unbalanced force, the one side of that force is more than the other. Let's put this into a way you can understand based on your demonstrations. If you drop a water bottle with water and air and an object or whatever inside it, when you let it go initially, it starts to accelerate. Notice all those things inside the water bottle have different densities. They have different amounts of inertia. This means that every object in there starts off with an impulse, different amounts of force. As soon as it starts to accelerate, it will not have any properties of separation because they're all accelerating now with a balanced force. The water, the air, the object inside, and the bottle all accelerate in the same direction at exactly the same velocity. So therefore, net force of 0. When that bottle now reaches terminal velocity, it will now have a unbalanced force again because everything inside there now has its separate weights attributed to it. So the denser water will now go to the bottom again, the air will now separate to the top again, and whatever object inside, based on its density relative to the medium, will move to its relative position. The bottle, on its other hand, is still accelerating down to the ground. Notice that the forces imparted are different. The bottle itself is now in a reference of having balanced force, but the objects inside it are having unbalanced forces because they still have their different densities. I don't know how much more clear I can make this, but that is how physics works, Execrate and Dal. Okay, there's one thing I did realize now. The bottle is not still accelerating. It's at terminal velocity, so it's just falling. No acceleration. So it was a misspeak. But did I make it concise? Did I explain it? So what's he talking about that no one's giving him answers for it? Why does he keep on also saying, oh, relative density should work in free fall? It is still working in free fall. You might muted.
I said it's in the process of it. It's in the process of that equalization. That's what are you talking about? I don't get that. But
that's why I said they don't understand the difference between unbalanced and balanced forces.
Super chat.
Roger Ledwell for $2 super chat. Thank you very much. He says, very well put. In other words, exactly. You rock, man. Appreciate you. Really appreciate you, Roger. But yeah, it's simple. When something has an unbalanced force, it causes acceleration. So therefore, when you have a bottle sitting on a table and it has the different densities, it has an unbalanced force because every density has their own amount of inertia. So in other words, you've got their own amount of resistance and they got their own amount of force attributed. So one that's got more force is going to force itself through the other one. That's just how it works. When they're all accelerating at the same rate, that force is now balanced out because the inertial force, the resistance, and the force attributed is the same amount, so it net zero force. It's not hard to understand. How can you expect it still to literally separate if it has no force unbalanced? It's all balanced. It has the same amount of force. They will literally laugh at him if he had to go to a university or something and say, oh, there's no such thing as unbalanced forces. They'll kick him out. So that's all I need to say. Dal is shown to be a complete incompetent moron when it comes to physics.
Well, at least he's ignorant.
Okay.
That's harsh, man. That's harsh.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a little harsh.
No, I think it's fact.
Appropriate, but it's harsh.
I think it's fact.
Well, appropriate. That's it.
Maybe we can see if we can do it full screen on here or something. Where is the full screen? No, okay, it's not there. Yeah, okay, there we go. Let's do it.
The medium, because that's the look, relative, it's a relationship relative between two different mediums, or different states of matter within a medium, whatever. It's a relative relationship.
Get the show out to a wide audience. So tonight's topic, can you RDT? Can you win it? Can you win it RDT? I'm down with RDT. Yeah, you call me.
Yeah, you are. The one person that can't RDD is the Delta audience. They can't, unfortunately.
We have the votes going. Of the 40 votes, do you understand relative density disequilibrium? 30% say yes, I do. That is so good to hear. I'm so happy about that. 43%, that's a bit alarming. No, I don't. That's very alarming. 17% said I think.
It's funny that your concerns are alarming in that regard, but you're not alarmed by yourself and the sycophants that prop you up here, Flatzoid. Again, I'm going to try and not get into too much of ridicule.
You can talk about sycophants.
Actually,
look at his sycophants, like he's execrating all that. That really is sycophantic how he goes on.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to know, why should I worry about what we're talking about? Because we understand what relative density disequilibrium is. Okay. Yes, it's alarming because so many people who voted said they don't know how it works. So that's alarming. Yes, it's alarming. And I would count Dell and all his followers part of that group that don't know how it works, because he's showing it true. Now he wants to say we should worry about us because we're the ones that do understand about it. Just idiotic.
Because there doesn't have to be any of that. All there has to be is a concise comprehension and practical reference for what you're talking about.
I agree. Like I just explained, unbalanced and balanced forces. Concise, physics, you can have an equation for it. You can literally show everything. Magnitude, vector, you name it. It's observable, measurable. People literally use this in real life. The only issue is that the globies like to call it cause of gravity, but it's not gravity. It's simply due to the displacement of the object in the medium. That's it.
Which you don't have. The problem is that you don't comprehend your position. Relative density disequilibrium is well understood, and we all comprehend it, and nobody has any issue with, density and buoyancy and relationships to medium.
Whoa. Did he just say density and buoyancy in the same words of relative density disequilibrium?
He certainly did.
And claimed he knows about relative density disequilibrium.
Yeah.
Sorry. Buoyancy is part of specific gravity. Okay? Relative density disequilibrium has got nothing to do with specific gravity. Specific gravity hijacked Archimedes' principle and stuck G into it.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah. And the thing it's buoyant is the object. It's not. That's nothing to do with moving mediums. You know what I mean?
It's the effect. Buoyancy is just the effect.
Yeah.
But as soon as they say buoyancy and density, he's pushing globe rhetoric. Relative density disequilibrium has got nothing to do with gravity or specific gravity, to be exact, because it hijacks how the density ratio displacements works. We've explained this many times. Archimedes' principle came 1,900 years before gravity was even postulated. They had ships working based on Archimedes' principle, displacement, long before they came up with this beautiful gravity nonsense that they want to place. Notice that was also placed as a force. Gravity is not a force, so it should be invalid anyway. And yes, I do have an equation for unbalanced forces. I gave it to Dell in his live today. He literally ignored it. I gave it maybe 6 times to him, just to let everybody know.
There has, however, various problems and questions like why is it stacked vertically? Why does it cease in free fall? You know, these types of questions that people like you want to ignore. Or you offer up a response that's purely based in rhetoric and has no practical sway whatsoever.
So that's a good track. And then 10%, which I'm also, it's the medium.
Medium, yeah.
Relative. That's exactly it. Exactly. Anthony, exactly. It's very simple. I mean, it's the same as when the globies try to, evoke gravity in a vacuum chamber. What is the manipulated variable when they take the bowling ball and
The reason the globe Earth has the concept known as gravity ascribed to it is because the globe Earth fully well understands that buoyancy and density are effects of a cause. The reason the globe Earth has the gravity aspect in it is because they require an external force.
Yeah, the external force which they don't have. But yeah, it's crazy. He's trying to equate us with globers. How? We're not pushing gravity, are we?
Certainly not.
Roger
No,
Little for
no.
another $2 super chat. He says, testable, repeatable, and true. 3 words that work. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it, man. But yeah, Dell's the one pushing globe rhetoric because he claims equivalence principle. That's what he pushes. And equivalence principle is based on general relativity. It's literally Einsteinian gravity, which he's pushing. So I don't know. How should we explain this to Dell that he's the one pushing globe rhetoric, not us?
That's a hard one.
I see no one's got anything to say. Sorry?
Nope, I said that's a hard one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put it's a bit loud on my side. Oh man.
They know that because they have a comprehension at that level. It's only that their comprehension has been inverted due to their bias. So they have to invert things and manipulate things in order to fit their bias. So they require the force acting towards the Earth, which is why they have incorporated that. They'll say things are accelerated towards the Earth, and because there's a resistance of the Earth, then we get what we call buoyancy.
No. He's proving my point. He doesn't understand physics. No, that's not it. First of all, no, they don't say there's a force. They say that the only force there is what you guys say, the ground moving up towards it. So in other words, that's why you got 1G when you are stationary. You know why? Because the ground is pushing a force up against you. That's exactly what you are pushing with your equivalence principle, Dal. Okay? When you're in free fall according to the equivalence principle, there's no force because you're not having a force pushing up against you.
Right.
You're not really falling. Now, what does relative density disequilibrium say? The object has an unbalanced force because the medium cannot support it. In other words, the object's unbalanced force is given rise by its density to its medium ratio.
So if the Earth wasn't upward rising, what's he saying? Would we be floating, or
I don't know.
would we fall through the air? Is normal.
I don't know.
I mean, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, the guy just, I don't know.
Mm.
The guy just doesn't have really coherency with his arguments.
Mm.
But I mean, he just showed also, and it's not buoyancy, by the way, Del, of the Earth pushing up on something. The buoyancy, according to specific gravity or relative density based on a globe, would be the displacement of the medium and the object, because the object is forcing itself into that medium. The displacement is what gives its buoyancy. That's what the globe says. But that is based on an attraction of the mass forcing itself through the medium to the attraction of the mass of the Earth. And yeah, gravity is not a force, so it can't have that attractive force.
They don't even consider it a force either. They say it creates a force. That's a little sideways way of saying it's not real.
Exactly. And that's why the anti-flat earthers sit with the issue they do today. Gravity causes gravity.
Mm. Yeah.
That's why they think acceleration is gravity. And no, it's not. Acceleration is acceleration. It's not gravity.
No.
Who's this guy? Caleb's Hollow. Caleb's Hollow from Facebook is watching. I know him on Facebook, just recently met, and he was asking which one I was. It's me. I'm Sovereign Soul Unchained.
I think you would notice you, but yeah, shout out everybody on your Facebook as well.
Yeah.
What's up?
My Facebook is my regular name, right? So a lot of people don't really associate this. I just go on there and spar with these globetards because I like to paint them in the corners and leave them there and just, I don't know, it's entertaining for me.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing here. It's like this guy, this Martin. I had him on my show one other time. This guy, this Martin Gouliot. And this guy is an idiot. I asked him, and he says, well, weight's due to gravity. I said, how do you know it's due to gravity? And he said, because it is. Right. So now he's going, well, tell me your flat earth physics. I said, there's no such thing as flat earth physics. Physics is physics. It's the way things operate. Right. And he says, well, what physics supports the flat earth? And I says, all physics support the flat earth. And he says, what about the sun? I said, I thought you were talking about the earth. And he goes, well, explain the movements of the sun. I says, well, tell me some verifiable facts about the sun first. What is it? Can you have any verifiable facts about the sun? Something testable that we can go by? Let's start there. Right?
No, okay.
You can't do it. They can't do it. See, I'm not saying I know where the fucking sun or what the sun is. Here's what the sun is. It's this fucking yellow orb in the sky that I see on a daily basis. It seems to go past me, comes toward me, and then goes. I know past. I don't know what it is, what it's made out of, or how it's going around, or any other such nonsense. How could I? How could I? Because some jackass came and told me it's a ball of hydrogen undergoing nuclear fusion 93 million miles away. Yeah.
Boston Ray. Yeah, Boston Racy's got a membership. Yeah, someone bought your membership, so it's good to see you, man.
Yeah, I think you were gifted one. He also said he hasn't retired yet, as in Dell, I think he's on about.
That or Whitney Houston. I'm thinking, I don't know if they're like saying that's Whitney Houston hasn't retired yet.
Well, Whitney Houston's dead, isn't she? So she's definitely retired.
Yeah, but in context, we were talking about Whitney Houston.
I see.
So I don't know if they're referencing Whitney Houston.
It could be. I might have just picked up the middle of a conversation.
Okay, let's get on with Dell though, because he does get into drawings, which I really want to see.
Comprehend Flatzoid and the rest of you flares that don't, that they require an external force.
He's not a flat.
You require.
So he's telling us we don't understand it requires eternal force. What do you think an unbalanced force is, you utter moron?
And using fluff in a derogatory way, talking about flat earthers when allegedly he's incorporated into that as well. He's still a flat earther, so to speak, allegedly, isn't he?
Mhm. But I mean, think of a moronic statement he just, you don't understand you require a force. We're literally arguing an unbalanced force. There's your force for requirement for movement. It's not moving because it's moving.
Uh-oh.
It's moving because of unbalanced force. The unbalanced force is given rise to the ratio of the object to medium density. It's the displacement that gives rise to the unbalanced force. What the hell's so hard to understand, Al? No acceleration required because force causes acceleration, not acceleration causes force.
Oh,
We tried to explain this. Yeah, we tried to explain this the last time he came on, remember? When he didn't understand what energy was. Hey, JC23, I see we got a Daltard in.
Yeah, obviously.
You want to come in? He says we're Dunning-Kruger.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy, I can't wait to hear this.
Sticks and stains, man. Sticks and stains.
So you know what, JC? The panel, the link is on the top there to come in. And then you can see who the Dunning-Kruger really is. How's that sound?
Who's this guy? Who's this character?
I actually debated him once because he came to try and defend Daltards. And he embarrassed himself badly. And then all the Daltardians were like, oh, he's such a meanie. He's
Well, by all means.
meanie. He doesn't understand. So yeah, JC, the link is above. If you're man enough to come in, then we'll show you who the actual Dunning-Kruger is. Roger Ledwell, thank you for your $2 which says, we went from derp to flirt. What?
He means fluff.
Thank you for the super chat, Roger. You rock, man. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's get on. While we wait for him, if he ever decides to come in. So I can listen to all you try to, what do you say?
Say, listen to
Try
all
use
these
language to overcome practical physics. We
Yeah.
do talk practical physics. You know what, JC? I've got a plan. If you do come on, I'll even give you an equation. How's that? I'll give you an equation for unbalanced force. And we'll see if you can actually use that equation to figure out how the things are accelerating because of the unbalanced force. How's that, JC? And we can use that same equation to show you the Earth is not accelerating. Okay. So, JC, this is your challenge. Grow a pair, come in, talk to us. I can give you an equation. We can go through it, and we'll see who the Dunning-Kruger really is.
Oh, and a ribbon, Glenn said. Yeah. Sure, he can supply a ribbon at some point.
Yeah. And a ribbon, exactly. Thank you, Glenn. While we wait for him, we'll go and listen
A pink
to
ribbon.
So the more that you run about saying you don't and start shouting things like impulse and matter can move on its own accord through impulse and this, that, and the other, you're muddying the waters, you're making the whole thing absolutely ridiculous. The globe Earth is very well versed in its position and fully comprehends that it requires a force acting. Okay? You want to deny it. Well, at the same...
Sorry, Dal, we are saying there is a force. The globe says there is no force, but they do need a force. That's why they still stick to Newtonian gravity. But it's been outdated for 109 years. JC's making excuses not to come in, guys.
Of course.
This is the issue I have with these people. They're keyboard warriors. You're on mute again, Soph.
Come on, JC. What's up, bro? What the fuck, man? You come in here, you're another one of these cut and run little pussies, man. Every time. Little cut and run. And then run like a little bitch. You remind me of Chihuahuas, man.
Mm-hmm. So JC is coming. He insults us from the get-go and is too cowardice
Yep.
to come and show us we are Dunning-Krugers, as he states. Also, he's now calling us Globers. Why?
Wow.
I'm sure my name Flatzoid says otherwise.
Yeah.
So yeah, I find that very disgusting behavior and cowardice. And I have no respect for people like that, by the way.
This is why I find so many of these Globers is just vile. I view them like, Gollum in the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, you can go, JC.
Shits. You got a little bit of sympathy for them, but you just as soon squash them as to look at them. They're just vile.
Yeah.
They can't even have a decent conversation. They have to be shits all the time. See?
You know the issue with this as well is Red's rhetoric. Remember I said he ran from us?
Yeah.
He had a poll afterwards, and they said I must go talk to him. And I said, yeah, come talk to us. You ran away for the first time. Now you say I'm the coward because he says I must come to when he wants. I don't snap to that moron. I got my channel. He was invited. He can come. But now he says I'm running from him. Doesn't that sound familiar, just like what these Deltards do? You're just wrong. You're a meanie. But I'm going to insult you nonstop, and when I get challenged to come on, I'm going to make excuses why I can't come on. Yeah. That's why I got no respect for people like that.
Dylan, that's a good one. Vulgar, but good.
Time is we're going to hear you incorporate the very same rhetoric, that being all things are accelerated towards a stationary Earth simultaneously from one force. Right?
It's the medium. Yeah, because it's all about the medium to object ratio.
That's it.
It's unbalanced force, which causes it to accelerate.
The medium, you change the medium and you alter the compression.
What? What are you talking about? Compression?
You change the medium, you alter the compression.
Oh my word!
What the f is he talking about?
Did I just? Well, I have to rewind that.
God.
Did he just say you alter the medium and change the compression?
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is the guy saying we don't understand physics. Okay, let's go back.
Alter the compression. Okay. The medium, you change the medium and you alter the compression. Right?
Okay. What compression is he talking about?
I haven't got a clue.
I haven't any.
What compression?
That requires two forces, doesn't it? Same force, but you know what I mean. Pushing against each other.
But let's put it this way. Oh man. Are liquids compressible?
No.
So when I change the density of a medium, does it compress?
Wow.
So let's say I change the density of the water. Water is incompressible. He's claiming I changed the density, therefore it compressed. What the bloody hell is this guy on about? Sorry, Dal, this is why we call you a joke.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about at all, but you want to claim high moral ground thinking you this intelligent guy, but in the meantime you talk the biggest nonsensical poppycock there is around. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Just stop playing games, come clean and say, yeah, you were wrong. We're more than happy to educate you on proper physics if you need to.
Yeah. When I said
we are willing to do that.
When I said two forces, I meant like a force either side compressing on something. It's like something, but I didn't mean two different types of forces, just to clarify.
Yeah, you get a resistant force and you get the pushing force. So in other words, inertia.
Yes.
That's what happens.
Mm-mm.
With that second video on relative density disequilibrium improvement. So hopefully tomorrow it will be done to be premiered tomorrow.
That's this video, by the way, which is just it's on a par with this that we're about to experience here.
Oh, really? Why didn't you show everybody then, Dal? Why didn't you show everybody? Let's ask honest people. What was your thoughts on that video I released today?
The video you released there, I thought it was brilliant, informative. I think anybody wanting to know about, or if they don't know much about it, will find it informative, definitely.
Is that Sean Hawkins I hear in the background?
Where? Where? Where?
Oh, I heard a baby crying or something.
Nice.
Great day.
Looking forward to that because I am putting a lot of effort into this video. So looking forward to getting it out. Hopefully people will understand it on more of a fundamental level.
The problem is, Flazoid, is we all understand it at a fundamental level. What would
the guy that says you change the density, it compresses. No, you don't understand it. Sorry, Dal. No. You don't have a cooking clue what you're talking about.
we don't comprehend is your gibberish that you attach to it?
You see, this is exactly what you say. Where's the rebuttal? You don't comprehend because you say gibberish. Not you don't comprehend because you don't understand this is what's going on. You don't comprehend because you talk gibberish. That's not a rebuttal. That's called insult. That's an ad hom. $2 super chat from Roger Ledwell again. He says, compression is the forces that holds it all. Thank you very much for the super chat, Roger. You rock. Really appreciate all the support, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dal, but you're the last person I'll ever trust on physics, man. You and Sean Hawkins. Imagine Dal and Sean Hawkins having a debate. There would be some poll to see who's dumber.
Oh my God. I think that everybody collectively would get dumber just from listening.
I mean, probably there'll be bets on the table to see who's going to show the dumbest thing. Roger, you rock. Exactly. Thank you very much, Queen Bee. Roger does rock.
I do see people don't seem to understand things fall because of an unbalanced force.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm going to use their go-tos, right? Because again, me just saying it doesn't mean anything, right? So if unbalanced forces means that the force applied in one direction is greater than the force applied in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
So in the example here of tug of war, if you have two people of the same...
I'm so happy you actually read the link there. See here, it's purple, so he read it. I'm glad he actually went and read it. But how the hell has he read it and still not understand what an unbalanced force is? He's literally got it on the screen. He's got them talking about tug of war. We've actually given this example to him before.
Yeah, Shifty I said, I don't understand what the earth is rising through. Me neither.
I don't know what caused it to rise in the first instance, what it's rising to, why it's rising, and what speed we're going at by now, because it keeps on accelerating. We should be at going at light speed by now.
Aye. He does say it's a constant, though, doesn't he? He does state it's a constant, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, but a constant acceleration just means you keep going constantly accelerating.
Yeah.
So from when we started to where we are now, then we should be probably at past light speed by now. Into where I have no idea.
We should be going through stargates every second, man. Every second.
Whatever mass and you have 3 people of the equal same amount, but there's one more of them, and they put the same amount of pressure on the rope, which we will get to soon, you know, in regards to push-pull. Again, these people think it's funny and don't comprehend it. Then what we see there is an unbalanced force, which means that the 2 people are going to go the direction that the 3 people are pushing in.
3 people are pushing. Oh my word. They're pulling, Dal. They are pulling the rope.
They're all pulling. They're all pulling.
It's tug of war. You're pulling towards you.
If you push, there'll be a bit of a slack in the middle. If they all push.
Can
And
anybody show me?
a pile of bodies in the middle.
Can anybody show me a tug of war where they push the rope, please?
You would need a pole for that, a rigid pole.
And
I want to
pressure.
see somebody pushing a rope. That's what I'm wanting to see.
Yeah, and Dal, to let you know, pressure is a push. It's a forcing on an object, not pulling away. Pressure doesn't pull. Pressure pushes against. Wow, I actually got no words. I want to literally. Wow.
Right. So with Flatzoid's using it here, we have to try and decipher what it is he's talking about. So let's rewind it again. Remember, unbalanced forces. One is acting more than the other one. You need 2 forces acting in opposite directions to each other.
Yeah, it's called inertia. Inertia is resistance to force. Moving cause moving trying to come in. Who's moving cause moving? Hello, moving cause moving. Who's this?
Hiya.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hiya. It's moving because moving, and you just can't comprehend it. No, I'm still waiting, right? Absolute victim, Flatsoid, right? I'm still waiting. When are you going to isolate energy? Come on. Look, I'm not a coward. I am the guy, what is it? JC23? Yeah, I'm him. So I'm here to debate. I'm here to destroy you. Practical demonstrations of throwing the water bottle or whatever.
All right.
So you're going to get destroyed.
Yeah. Dal,
So,
can you do me a favor? Dal, can you do me a favor?
No, I'm not Dal. I'm his biggest fan, JC23.
Oh, his biggest fan.
Do you have
posters
or
posters, shrine, like idols, necklace, like a little necklace locket. There's like a love heart with his face. Yeah. So like pretty much.
And a hammock and a poster and shit. You got that?
Yeah. Like bed sheet design of Dal. Pillows.
Nice.
At Christmas time, when you're wrapping presents, the wrapping paper has Dal's face on it.
Nice. That'll make sure the kids don't go to it.
Yeah, it's moving because it's moving. You can't isolate energy. It is a concept. There is no practical demonstration. That's what I'm all about.
We got an important question for you. Since you're representing Dal, how do you push a rope in a tug of war?
You just push it because it's okay, right? So you're gonna push it, and then it's gonna move because it's moving, right? So the thing about pushing is that, right, when you're pushing, you're moving, but you're moving because you're pushing, right? So what happens is it creates a concept that you're trying to impose that you can't isolate. You can't isolate pushing without the thing, right? So now, can you isolate moving? I don't know, but you can but it is moving and there is no energy. So it's a practical demonstration. If I push you with the rope's gonna go down, and then if I attach a rock to it, it's gonna push the rock down. So now you think it's pulling, but no, it's actually a push. So the rock's moving because it's being moved, right? And I'm moving it, and I'm moving because he's moving, and you're moving because there's no isolated energy, and because the Earth's moving because
I'm moving.
I'm moving, right? And there's no gravity, and you're the glober, right?
But wait. You missed one thing. You didn't call us retarded.
Oh, aye. So you are an absolute mental failure. You are retarded. You are a spaz. You're spasmoid. Spastic. Let me think of another one.
Get out of my swamp, donkey.
Aye. You're a walloper.
Walloper, a dauber.
Just ahing under the sun, right? Like just ahing the sun.
You know the funny thing about this? Thanks, AlphaCo. You've made our day, man. But you know the funny thing about this? This is actually how dumb Dell sounds with his arguments. Exactly.
Like a level 100 Dell. Level 100 Dell impersonator.
Yeah. You're brilliant, man. Thank you very much.
Alright, so remember, guys, moving because moving. Wait, can you isolate friction? We should ask him that. Doesn't friction have like energy with it? It's got like, you know, it doesn't. Yeah. But hold on, no. So rolling friction, there's static friction. Really, it's rolling moving and static moving, guys.
Sticky because it's sticky. Answer it.
Aye. Literally, aye. It's sticky.
I just want to say, Roger Little, thank you for your $2 super chat. He says, Dal, you made my day. Thank you for the super chat. Roger, this is great, man. Thank you very, very much.
Aye, so someone's asking for practical demonstration. Aye, so push somebody off a cliff and attach a rope to your leg. You're going to get pushed down, and it's going to be like a tug of war. So a tug is a push. You've just got this concept that you can't isolate. You can't practical demonstration. You can't do it, right? Mm-hmm. So go do that. Now, will you survive? Maybe. But you're going to live stream it. So we're going to know, right? Because if you live stream it, then if you die, who cares, right? Because we got the practical demonstration.
I got another one for you. Dal claims that if you're in an airplane, you're attached to Earth. But as soon as you jump out the airplane, you're not attached to Earth anymore. How does that work?
How does that work?
How does what work?
If you're in an airplane in the sky, you're still attached to Earth. But as soon as you jump out of the airplane, you're not attached to the Earth anymore. How does that work?
Because you
I mean, you're attached to the Earth. Where'd you demonstrate that?
That's what Dal says.
Where you to isolate attached to the Earth?
Compression.
Nah. Not buying it. You're retarded. Not buying it. You just can't comprehend. Look, where's your water bottle with a little egg in it? You've got to throw that down.
Yeah.
That's how you know, right? And also, you're claiming moving, right? But you don't think it's moving because it's moving. So foundationally, you're wrong.
But yeah, thanks, Al. That was brilliant, man. Thanks. I needed this laugh.
MCM Studios.
By the way, guys, he was just joking. He's not a real Daltardian. This is Al, guys. He's been in many times. Yeah.
Daltardia forever.
Daltardia forevermore. We'll have a whole little anthem for him and everything.
We're moving. You're moving. Everyone's moving. Earth's moving. Cuz moving.
You're moving because you're moving.
Yeah.
I like to move it. I like to move it.
The Earth spins me right round.
You move me round and around.
Wait, hold on. Does he think it just moves up, or does he have like actual rotation as well?
He doesn't know. He says it could be sideways. He says it could be up. He doesn't know, but he makes the claim.
Okay, so he only thinks rising up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Derek, you got trolled. You got wrecked by me. The best Daltardian ever, like the chief of staff for the Daltard army.
Mr. Jeswick says he's just got some ideas for a song now. You should you know what, Al, you should contact Mr. Cheswick because I think you can make a great Dal for his music video.
Yeah, like the Daltard. No,
right round,
the
baby,
Empire
right
of the Great Daltardian Empire anthem. That's what we should make. Right.
Okay, you guys ready to go? Because I want to listen to what Dal has to say on some of his drawings.
Aye.
That should be good.
to getting that out. Hopefully people will understand it on more of a fundamental level. I do see people don't seem to understand things fall because of an unbalanced force.
So things fall because of an unbalanced force. An object. They want to assert that the object goes down. Now they're claiming it's because of an unbalanced force. So in this scenario, we need two forces present. Remember what force is? Force is something moving in a particular direction.
No. No. Force isn't something moving in a particular direction. The movement in a particular direction is a byproduct of a force applied.
Yeah.
Down. He still doesn't get this. He still doesn't understand this. How do we get this through to this guy?
Right? Whether it's that way, it has to have a direction to it. It's in motion in a particular direction.
Force is not a motion. The motion is a byproduct of the force, Del.
Where does he not understand that?
I have no idea.
Maybe he doesn't science.
Yeah, well.
Force.
Yeah, but we don't understand. We're just retarded.
Wow.
In this scenario, Flatzoid and these people drop something because of unbalanced forces now. That means that there must be a force acting more in that direction than there is in that direction.
Yes.
We're going by Flatzoid's claim.
Yes, that's called unbalanced force. The reason it's moving down is because the object's force, the unbalanced force, is greater than the resistant force, the inertia. So it moves in the direction that is attributed with the most force. The object attributing the most force, because it is unbalanced with the medium, displaces the medium, it will accelerate through it. Very simple physics, Tao.
So what are these two external factors in Flatzoid? What's the thing that's acting external to that, pushing it in that direction?
Nothing's pushing the object. The object is accelerating because it cannot be supported by the medium. It's displacing the medium. You have inertia, you have resistance to that movement, like friction and stuff. How else can I make it more clear? Dell doesn't understand what a force is.
And what's the other one that's acting on that in the upwards direction? Can you clarify that for us?
Inertia. Literally Newton's laws of motion. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Bam. Dell proven without a doubt he doesn't know physics.
This guy's asking me who Dell is. Actually, I said this guy on Facebook's asking me who Dell is. He asked his name. His name is it Dell Watson? I'm trying to make an I don't know.
It's probably Derek. If his name's Dell, it's probably short for Derek. That's me guessing, but usually Dell is Derek.
Yeah, you don't know. All we know is we call him Dell. So that's what he introduces himself to us as. But yeah, beyond the imaginary curve, as he channel lets him know.
Yeah. And well, he's right there. It's definitely an imaginary curve, without a doubt, because it's not that. That's one thing he is right about.
Yep.
It's not Derek. Is it not Derek? I didn't know. Like usually Dell's over here. Derek or Derek's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Suppose it could be Dennis or anything. I don't know.
Well, his name could be Dell. It's possible his
It
name
could be
is
Dell,
Dell.
yeah. It could be Dell, yeah. Could be, yeah.
Mhm.
And what it is you're actually talking about. So if you say unbalanced forces, we need an example.
You just gave one on screen.
Is he Canadian?
Well, what's the irony of that? Oh, you have to give us an example. He's literally got it on screen now. And I did
Right.
give an example in my video that he said he watched today. I gave two. I gave a metal ball and a plastic ball as a demonstration,
Yeah.
and I gave a piece of paper and a book as a demonstration. Two examples, Dell. Two. You know what? One of the rebuttals against me was there from the Globetrotter, though. A piece of paper and a book is the same density. A sheet of paper and a book has the same density. That's their rebuttal. Wow.
Like we've just given you here. The force applied.
And now?
Just saying.
One direction is greater than the force applied in the opposite direction.
Hey, Mina, good to see you.
So what's the force acting here? Because you need two forces if you're going to say there's an unbalance.
There are two forces.
We'll see if we ever get any clarity with that.
Inertia. Resistance to change. Friction.
You just throw your hands up in the air, make idiotic statements, throw your hands in the air and act like everybody else is dumb. Okay.
Displacement. That's the word. Displacement.
Guys, did I say everybody else is dumb when I was saying he's dumb?
Yeah, I think it was specific to him.
Yeah. Because last time I checked, do you guys understand this?
No.
Last time I checked, everyone in my chat understands this. What's up, Josh Monday? Good to see you, man. Last time I understand
I even get
physics plus. Sorry, Ryan?
I said I even get it, and I'm uneducated, remember? I'm uneducated, so I shouldn't know anything, but I even know this.
Man, you're quite smart. Don't break yourself down so much, Ryan. You're very smart, man.
It was a joke, you know.
It's just
I know.
displacement. So you're going from unbalanced forces, and it's just displacement. I mean, by the way, it gets much worse. What we have just dipped our toes on here.
Okay, that was the show, guys. Thanks for coming.
That's how simple and dumb these people are. They think in their minds they've resolved the whole issue because they use words that they don't comprehend, misuse them, and then sit with smugness and pomposity.
I just want to ask, has he rebutted anything that we said, actually?
Sounds more
So
like
what-
he's pissed.
I haven't seen any evidence being portrayed, no, by the way.
He hasn't even done anything other than trying to insult us, show he doesn't understand the things we talk about and projects it onto us. It's quite sad, actually.
I think that's enough. This guy here is.
Well, I told you we filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Honestly.
He couldn't even finish his statement about you, Solve. He just said, this guy here is honestly, that's it. Okay. What about Solve? What did you do? What exactly did you do to Dal, Sov?
I haven't done a thing, man. I haven't done a thing other than laugh at his silly
How
shit.
dare you?
Yeah,
But I mean,
did
how
I
did you like
did I
it?
give a logical refutation to something that he may have said?
Yes, you did. Remember,
So
they execrated, debunked you when you claim you change weight in different mediums.
yeah. I saw that on your
And the-
video too. It showed it right there. There's the vacuum chamber. Oh, look, it weight change. I mean, even when they bring up their feather and their bowling ball thing, what was the thing? Was different in there than out here?
Medium.
The medium and
Yep.
thereby change the effects. So this means that modulation of the medium, the independent variable, changes the rate of acceleration. So what's up? You know, I mean, there it is. You prove it to yourself, even with your own stupid vacuum chamber.
Exactly. Just want to say, Roger Little, thank you for your $5 super chat. He says, "Can you go over it one more time?" Not quite getting it. Roger, you rock. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's go to some drawing. How's that, guys? Let's go to Mr. Paint, because you know how the Globies and the Deltardians love how I use paint.
Mr. Painty Boo.
Okay, so I'm going to explain it using a equation, and I'm going to explain it using explanation of things falling. In this case, we'll use a bottle because that's how I explain it all the time. We'll say this is take it first, we are sitting on a table. Got a table here, okay. And we got a water bottle sitting on that table. Now, we're going to have some water in that water bottle.
Is it level?
Sorry?
Level water? Flat water?
I would hope so. Yeah. Curved level water.
Curved level water.
Level means curved, though, remember?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just add a ping pong ball too while we're at it. We'll have an orange one. Or should we have a yellow one? I don't like orange. I don't know. I've been put off orange because of the Masons. Okay, there we go. So we got a bottle and it's on the table. So what is happening now? It's staying where it is. It's separating. Why? Because
it's not moving.
This has a density. Okay, this is a certain amount of density. The water has a certain amount of density, and the air has a certain amount of density. Everybody agrees with that?
Aye.
So something that's less dense will be forced or displaced where? Up.
Aye.
Something that is denser will displace the less dense stuff and separate itself down. Great. Okay. So this ping pong ball would be in its relative equilibrium point. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is take the table away. And we're going to put this bottle in free fall. But what we're first going to do is, when we let it go, I'll have to copy it so we can show its initial. Okay, so we got the initial, and then we're going to let it go. So, yeah, it has started. This is where we dropped it from. Let's see if I can make it thicker. Can I make it thicker? Whatever. Okay. Well, anyway, this is where we started, and this is where we started showing it accelerating downwards. What do you think will happen when it starts accelerating? Remember, all these things have different amounts of density. Okay? What happens with something that has more resistance? It's a greater force. So as soon as it starts separating, we'll see that some of this water move up. So it'll get to about that point. The ball will still be in movement and pushed by the water and the air. Oh, what am I doing? Oops. And the ball will sort of just change position a bit. So we'll put it there. It's fine. Now it's moved into that place. Now it has what we call, let's make it much bigger than that. Make it black. Let's make it 36. What we would say is the force net, the net force here, we'll make it red, make it 26, would be 0 newtons. Why would it be 0 newtons when it's accelerating? Because the forces have balanced out. The force of the whole object going down is exactly the same as the inertial forces inside. So it has a balanced force. This ping pong ball has zero net force. Okay? Now, why is it white? Zero. Oh, why is it white? Okay. Well, anyway. $18. Okay. Has 0. The air has 0. The water has 0. The bottle has 0. Now, when it hits what we'd say terminal velocity, that means the bottle is still going down, but it's going at a constant rate. Everything inside it now will separate back to its densities. Why? Because it is now unbalanced. Everything inside is now unbalanced, while the bottle itself is in balance. So the bottle is going at a constant now relative to the net. So the net force of everything inside would not be 0 anymore. It would be back to its equilibrium points. So in other words, the water would now have a greater force attributed than the air and have a greater force attributed than the ping pong ball. So they go and separate again while the bottle is still going down. It's just going at a constant. It's not accelerating anymore. How do we actually work out now how much newtons something would be? Does anybody know? Well, there's a few ways we can do it. We usually have a triangle kind of form doing this. It actually works well. I like the triangle thing. Let's, for instance, do it this way. We got the force net on the top. Are you guys paying attention? I don't know if I'm talking to myself. No. Sometimes I feel like I do. No. Okay. And in the corner, we got the mass. We'll make the mass blue. Oh, man, why are you getting so small? It keeps changing itself. Okay, we'll make the mass blue in the corner. And we'll put in this corner the acceleration. And we'll make the acceleration, doesn't matter, purple. Okay. So what happens now is this triangle will dictate what we have to work out. So if we have to figure out what the force is, or what the mass is, or what the acceleration is, we know what's going. Let's, for instance, they give us a thing saying, we saw a water bottle. The water bottle was falling at, let's say, minus 4 meters per second squared. Okay? That's what we saw, the water bottle falling. So the water bottle is falling at minus 3, and it weighed, its weight was 12 kilograms. What is the information we got there? So we got its acceleration. That would be the purple. That would be the minus 4 meters a second squared. Okay. And we got its mass. This is actually difficult on here, by the way. Of 12 kilograms. Oops. And it is blue. Okay. Ooh, kg. Sorry, guys. It's supposed to say kg. Doesn't matter. Now we know, okay, we've got the information for the mass. We've got the information for the measured acceleration. Now we want to see how much force was attributed to the bottle. Well, that's where this comes in. What's handy about this triangle is it tells us the structure we need to do. So I would say that because we have an acceleration, we have the mass, we need to figure out the force, the net force. We would take... Tell me if it's getting boring, by the way. That's why I hate equations so much, but it's fine. At least it's the globies like equations, so we'll do it this way.
Love it.
Okay.
We love it.
So we're going to have F net equals the 12 kilograms. That's the mass. Times the minus 4 meters per second squared. And that will be able to... So we know if we take that and we times that by that, it would give us a answer. So what is the 12 minus the 4? It would equals 48. So because that's a minus, it will mean it's a minus 48 newtons. So in other words, the force attributed would be 48 newtons. So we just figured out how much force was attributed. The bottle was a 12 kilogram bottle. It accelerated at minus 4 meters per second squared, and the force attributed was 48 newtons. Did I need gravity for any of this?
No.
No.
I think that's all I needed to explain to Dal, because it might be too complicated for him, by the way. And you can do it either which way. If you have the force, you want to figure out the acceleration, you want to figure out the mass, you just use the triangle, you separate them around, and you get what you needed. Roger Ledwell, thank you for your $2 super chat. Really appreciate it. It says, is that a right angle triangle by chance? It's an equilateral triangle. But thank you very much for your super chat. Really appreciate it. So yeah, it's very simple, guys. We do have a force attributed, and that's an unbalanced force. So that equation I just showed you is the unbalanced force equation used. And that's how you're able to work out how much force everything has. Now you can take that same thing and place it on every object inside the water bottle, and you'll see the ping pong ball will have a different amount of force attributed to it than the water. And the water will have a different amount of force attributed than the air inside the water in the bottle as a whole. Now, this was the bottle as a whole, just shown as an example. So Thomas says, what causes the acceleration? An unbalanced force that has been given rise to the displacement between the medium and the object. That's as simple as that. I don't think we need to go on tonight. We can probably do a part 2 of Dell tomorrow.
Okay.
We are on 19 minutes about. Okay, I must remember that. 19 minutes tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not hard.
And yeah, Roger, you rock. Woohoo! Thank you very much for your super chat, man.
Wasn't you meant to have a conversation with your man, the Mason dude, today?
He hasn't come back to me again. He said maybe. Ulrich's just very busy. So
Right.
when he does have time, it'll be that. But I just keep pushing it. You see, a week
Yeah.
later or something. every time, so.
Yeah,
Well,
it's still-
you.
Did you get a hold of Parks? Did you and Parks
I
get in
emailed
the-
him. We'll work out a time to chat for sure. He seems like a nice guy, to be honest. I think Parks, we can actually have a cool conversation. But yeah. Vicky says he needs sleep. I also need sleep. So any closing statements, guys? What's your verdict on what we saw tonight by Dell?
Well rebutted, Del. Well rebutted. Everything said properly. You know what I mean? You knew exactly what he's talking about, as usual. No. The only thing true about him is true about that situation. Like I said, is the name of his channel, Beyond Imaginary Curve. It is imaginary, and that's it. But he didn't rebut anything he said. That's for sure. No, or Dave said. You know.
Yeah, it sounded like a lot of excuses and whining and shit going on there. But no, he didn't refute anything. In fact, he said things that were flat out not even correct.
Yeah.
No. I don't know why these people find they have to have something to replace gravity. It was never a thing to begin with.
Exactly.
That's it. There wasn't a replacement.
No, that is true. They see it as they need to replace something.
Yeah, like you're taking something off them, so you need to replace it with something. It wasn't there in the first place to take off it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, you have to notice that gravity was never proven. It still isn't proven till this day. They don't even know what it is. They admit it.
Absolutely.
Just because it's taught as a fundamental force, because that's the name they give it, doesn't make gravity real. But it's interesting. Guys, the votes came up to Dell must stop playing games and accept he is wrong. Yes, 67%, and no, 33%. By the way, Roger Little sent another $2 super chat. Thank you very, very much. He says, I didn't see the triangle after I sent the chat. Thank you,
And
man.
it was an isosceles triangle, in case you were wondering too.
Thank you very, very much. But yeah. So let's see what the misrepresentations we're going to get from Globies watching the stream, because that's what we usually do. Yeah.
They'll just love the fact that there's civil war in the ranks. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You know, they'll just like that part of it.
Yeah, and like we say, we blame Dell because we're more than happy to have a discussion with him, but he doesn't want to. You saw one of his guys came in today, and he ran away for the hills when we told him, okay, come in and chat.
Aye. Right.
So, yeah, we're going to say it straight out. We don't want to fight with you, Dell, but we do think you're a moron. We do think you are wrong. We don't think, we know, sorry. And you are wrong. You want separation, we don't. All you need to do is just say, yeah, I was wrong, I concede, move on. Take your own, how can I say, statement that you made that, yeah, it's okay to be wrong. Do it.
Practice what you preach.
Yeah, practice what you preach, exactly. You were wrong. Time to take it on as a man, say, yeah, you were wrong. You move on, and everybody can be happy. But you just don't seem to want to do that. You want to insult everybody. That shows you to be ignorant. It's as simple as that.
Right.
But yeah, that was it, guys. I think we'll do part 2 tomorrow so we can go through more of his whatever he says is wrong.
Cool.
Not that I think it's going to be different. You love Dell.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. A choice.
I certainly don't understand what the hell, how. Yeah. Is he just there to make this whole thing look stupid, or an attempt to? because that's all I can really see him accomplishing at this point.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's it. So,
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point.
Flat Earth.
I see the same thing because, like I said, he was pushing great content, and all of a sudden one day he just decided to push flat Earth society nonsense. And whenever we say, "Hey, what's going on? We don't agree with you," he just started being insulting to everybody, non-stop, and just telling everybody you're wrong, you don't understand. So yeah, it can only be two ways. He either understands what's going on, but he's being deceptive to not want to, like not want to just concede, or he's just really dumb. So he has to choose. Is he really dumb, or does he understand, but he's just being deceptive?
yeah.
But yeah, I
So-
used to really respect Dal. I mean, I used to really enjoy his stuff, but I don't know what's happened to him. This is not the same Dal that I started coming into Flat Earth with. Not at all.
No. No.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, thanks. Yeah. Before we do go, Solve, you gonna have a show?
I probably will. I'm thinking about having one tonight. I was looking at that. Did you guys happen to see that where Dave Weiss and Eddie Bravo were on Alex Jones?
No.
Oh my
It's
God.
recent.
Alex
recent.
Jones, yeah, it's only on bandtv.com.
Right.
I'll get a link for you.
Wow.
Alex Jones was a complete idiot. He's an idiot. The
When's he
dude,
not there?
straight up. I mean, if there was any doubt in anybody's mind, holy crap. Holy crap. All this guy wants to keep talking about is Trump. What do you think about Trump being guilty? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
But they're talking about Flat Earth, though.
Yeah, that's what they were supposed to be talking about. And they do to a point, but Alex, he's just like, oh, well, are all the other planets flat too? You know, I can look up in the telescope. Eddie Bravo's going, why are you looking up in the sky? We're talking about right here on Earth. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow,
this guy.
what a level
That should be
one.
interesting.
What a level one question, isn't it? Is the planet's flat as well? Wow.
Let me find that real quick.
2015.
Crazy.
2015.
Alex is a sellout, though.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
they do.
Like people have known that for years. He doesn't. He likes to avoid purposely things that are a bit too uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. And
I don't
PJ,
really trust him.
Yeah, I've got a morning show if I manage to do it. And then Mikey's possibly coming on in the afternoon. It's not well organised. He came on at the end of yesterday morning show and said he would come on and present his stuff again. It's not been well organised. I dare say he's just waiting to see if I put a notification, and then he'll just join through the link. So it's possible that in tomorrow's afternoon, my afternoon, probably my 2 p.m. GMT, which will probably be about Mikey's 9 a.m. or something. I don't know. Possible that Mikey Smith could be coming on.
awesome.
Yeah.
That'll be great. Okay, so guys, see if you catch Solve if he's going live. PJ as well. Appreciate it. Ryan and Al, you guys have anything to close off with?
No, not really. Just that. It's moving because it's moving. You got wrecked.
That's it.
Yeah, I think I said all I need to say. I mean, we all kind of agree about what's going on with it.
Decked, he got wrecked.
Literally, like there's no coming back from this.
That's it. Nah.
Like all your equations and nothing. There's no. It's obviously moving because it's moving.
Yeah, it just has to.
Yeah, no practical demonstration. You don't comprehend. You can't isolate energy.
Yeah, you've convinced me, man. You've convinced me.
Now, what way does it move? Who knows? But it's moving.
It's moving because it's moving, so it has to be moving.
It's like a Don Pettit answer. What do you do if you have a leak? Well, you have a leak.
Yeah, there has to be something there.
I'll be fine.
Dal should get a job at NASA. He's great at answering like
I'm guessing that there's probably some kind of a process that you would go through in order to seal the seal.
They just make sure they're always chewing gum and they're fine. Just stick up with the gum. It's cool.
Like off the top of my head, I don't know, but you could like seal.
No, it's duct tape. Remember, they use duct tape to seal the hole. Remember?
Real good engineering.
No,
real good engineering.
Really good engineering, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You have a leak, right? And then real good engineering. We're done.
That's it. That's it.
Exactly.
And then you obviously destroy that technology. And then it's really painful process to build it back up again.
That's
exactly.
No blueprints, no nothing else. Nobody that made it is, even knows. I think maybe like destroy the people that helped you make it, so that no one can know.
Okay, guys, gonna end it here.
Careful, you give them ideas.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Aye.
So cheers, guys. Thanks all for coming. Really appreciate it. We'll do part 2 tomorrow. Yeah, very interesting. Do let Dal know that we still say we're happy to have a conversation with him. If he mans up to come discuss, we're more than happy. But yeah, he won't concede. That's the issue. But yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. Really appreciate all the super chats, all the likes, shares. If you haven't already, hit the likes and share. And if you're on TikTok, please follow if you haven't followed and share everything. You guys rock.